Talk about inner child healing. So when I was at the beginning stages of my spiritual journey and I would hear things about the inner child, I would try and put those practices into my life, and it was like I was having a very hard time connecting. That's because there's multiple inner children within us, and not just children, but teens and young adults. I want you to think if you had a 5-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 15-year-old, like outside of you that you were talking to, and they were trying to heal something, right? Trauma that they had been through. Would you talk to a 5-year-old the same way that you would talk to a 15-year-old? No. And so you got to kind of think of your inner children like that. They all have their own memories, experiences, perspectives, and they all need to be spoken to in a different way. And they all enjoy different activities. Like if you're trying to hang out with your inner child, your 5-year-old is going to want to do different things than your 15-year-old. When I had that realization, then it was so much easier to connect with them, and it was giving each one of them a voice. And a lot of us were invalidated when we were younger, and so validating them for their experiences and saying like, hey, you have your own unique voice and your own unique experiences. Let me help you with that. It can really open up those windows of communication. I meant to say lines. I don't know why I said windows of communication, but that works too. And the reason that we want to help our inner children heal is because most of our behavioral patterns come from childhood. That's when we were being programmed, like we were learning things from our parents, teachers, and guardians. And sometimes those aren't always great things. And a lot of us light workers, neurodivergent, empaths experienced a lot of trauma as well, and so we have to heal the root of it with our inner children to release us from those things in the here and now. So when I'm doing inner child healing with people, the big ones that I see come up are abandonment and trust wounds, perfectionism, hyper independence, lack of boundaries, shrinking into self, like not standing confidently in who you are, masking, procrastinating, the fear of failure or success. And when I'm doing sessions with people who feel really stuck in life or are in a behavioral pattern that they don't seem to be able to get out of, or they want to like level up in life, I can usually trek back where that started in childhood. And if it went unresolved or unhealed, which is not your fault, right? Sometimes we don't even like realize where we're stuck in these things. But if it goes unresolved, then you'll take that into adulthood with you. It's your job as the higher self to go back in and heal those core wounds. In the comments if this explanation helped, or if you have any questions about inner child healing, and remember to give a follow.